Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. This is Market Today. I'm Sakshi Batra. With me is Shail Bhatnagar. Well, this is Friday. We've already seen that the Nifty ended the previous trading session at the fresh record closing highs as well. We also hit an intraday high of 25,611 for the very first time as well. In fact, both the Nifty and the Sensex have also hit fresh highs on Thursday. However, they also witnessed choppy trading sessions soon after. It was the Nifty bank that was much better placed than the Nifty and the Sensex, but it was the broader markets that led to a pain across the board as well, and several portfolios were still reeling under pressure because the mid and the small caps were under pain too. Now, of course, as we move into Friday, overnight Wall Street cues are positive, Asian markets cues are positive, so we'll have to see whether the momentum will continue on the domestic indices as well. Very good morning to all our viewers and good morning to you, Shail.
गुड मॉर्निंग लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन। साक्षी, शुक्र है कि शुक्रवार है और ये जो एक बहुत ही जानदार हफ्ता था इसको हम एक बहुत ही अच्छे स्तर पर रिकॉर्ड हाई, चाहे निफ्टी हो चाहे बैंक निफ्टी, इसको हम समाप्त करते हुए दिखेंगे। विद दैट लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, एज ऑलवेज लेट्स बिगिन आवर डेली जर्नी इनटू द मार्केट with the most watched chart in the world, which is the daily Nifty. As Sakshi has pointed out, we did hit about 25,600, but then came back below about 25,450 around that time. And this is Sakshi for two reasons. One, you see this weekly expiry panning out yesterday. Although the Nifty ended in positive 38 points higher, it was well 200 points below its all-time high. So this is profit booking, and I'll request the PCR for a change to start with the small cap and the mid cap index. Ladies and gentlemen, I must warn people ahead that there is a very serious bout of profit booking that is expected in the market on the smalls and mids. So you have to be very, very careful as far as taking positions is concerned in this particular space. Look at how the small cap index moved yesterday. There was a low of 18,885 from which it recovered 260 points, but the close was dramatically low. This is the fourth day of losses that you are seeing on the small cap index. And when you come to the mid cap index, it was again down 400 points. Again, fourth day in a row it is down, and this is when, ladies and gentlemen, you have the most important global event in equity. So people have used that event to start booking partial profit into mids and smalls and have started moving into large caps. So please be very, very careful on long side as far as the mid caps and the small cap indices are concerned. The index itself shows a lot of pain, and we have seen how railway stocks, in particular defense stocks, have corrected at least 20 to 30% from their peaks. So please be very careful on the long side. This does not mean that you stop your SIPs in the small cap and the mutual fund schemes that you invested in. Please continue there, but you have to be very, very careful when taking a long and a fresh position in the mid caps and small caps. Today is 20th of September. What has happened in this week is the pivot. The market has shifted its focus to large caps, and in this connection I'd just like you to show the bank Nifty. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the index to watch from now on for various reasons. So far, Sakshi, on the Nifty bank, you have seen a rally of about 3% this week, 2.7% to be precise, and yesterday it did almost hit an all-time high. So a 2.7% uptick, a 3% uptick, we will also add today's gains in the market. The bank Nifty, ladies and gentlemen, is getting ready for a fresh orbit. In this week alone, HDFC, ICICI Bank, Kotak Bank and Axis up between 2 and 4%. This is the start of a new phase in Nifty Bank, and this will be buttressed by the following statement. In the last 1 year, Nifty is up 29%, and the Bank Nifty is up only 19%. While these returns on their very basis are quite substantial, but there is a lot of catch up for the Bank Nifty to do as far as the Nifty is concerned. If you look at the performance of year to date within the Nifty components, Sakshi, in the last 9 months, there are only 5 losers. And will you believe it? 3 of them are banks. IndusInd Bank is down 7% so far in 2024. Kotak Bank is down 2%. And HDFC Bank is flat at 1708. So this is the catch up that the private sector banking space will do. In terms of, ladies and gentlemen, valuations, this is far cheaper compared with the relative market. And of course, there is this pivot that has happened, the cut in interest rates. RBI is likely to follow suit, and you will have a very strong rally in Bank Nifty. Sakshi, the index that we will watch on from now on is the Nifty Bank, and there is another one called the Nifty Private Bank Index. This is at 6,000. This is at 26,650. The private banking index on a 1 year basis is up just 12%. So this is the catch up that will happen, Sakshi.
Okay, great. Well, Shail, let's also look at how the overnight cues have shaped up, and also in the APAC region. So overnight, Wall Street witnessed sharp gains. We did see S&P 500, Dow Jones both closing in at record levels as the labor market data came in pretty strong. So we had the Dow Jones ending 1.2% higher, the S&P 500 ending 1.7% higher, and the Nasdaq seeing even sharper gains of 2.5% as well. Asia Pacific shares also rose on Friday morning before the outcome of Bank of Japan's policy meeting as well. The central bank there is also largely expected to keep the rates unchanged. So you can actually see Nikkei further climbing up. It's now 2.18% high in trade. Kospi is up 1%. Hang Seng is up 1.1%, although the Shanghai Composite is slightly lower, about 0.2%. And the GIFT Nifty is now hovering around 25,530 levels. So you could be seeing an uptick which is in the positive side for the Indian markets as well. Now, apart from this, let's also look at how the crude oil as well as the gold futures have been trading. So the Brent crude futures were down 0.25% at $74.69 a barrel. Spot gold was 1.7% higher at $25.88 an ounce. The GIFT Nifty is also, like I pointed out, indicating a positive start. Overseas investors, remember viewers, they turned net sellers for the Indian equities after 2 days of buying, and FPIs offloaded stocks worth 2,547.5 crores. Domestic institutional investors, they stayed net buyers for the 5th consecutive session, and they purchased equities worth about 2,012.9 odd crore rupees as well. So that's as far as the macro data and the setup is concerned. Let's also look at how the stocks are going to be shaped up as well. Some of the key stocks that you can eye out on. I will be looking at IIFL Finance first today. The RBI has lifted restrictions imposed on the company on gold loans business. The company can now resume sanctioning, disbursal, assignment, securitization and the sale of gold loans. The RBI had, remember, prohibited the company's gold loan business on March 4. We had seen sharp downticks on IIFL Finance, but after that the stock has been gradually moving upwards. Now with this final trigger coming in, yesterday the stock was down 6%. Today there could be a sharp rebound. Infosys, keep an eye out on. The company's extended collaboration with Posti for operational efficiency solutions via Infosys Topaz. The company has agreed to invest in space tech startup Galax I for up to 17 crores. Let's also look at NTPC. The company has received investment approval for Darlipali project at appraised estimated cost of 11,131 crores. It has also received investment proposal at the Sipat project and has appraised the estimated cost of 9,791 odd crores. Reliance Infra has been buzzing if you look in the last few days. The company has approved raising up to 3,014 crores via preferential issue of shares, and the company will be allotting 12.5 crore shares of warrants to investors at 240 rupees a piece. Jyoti Labs will be in focus. The company has acquired laundry service brand Quicklo from Smart Wash Solutions along with its software and customer database for 70 lakh rupees. The proposed transaction will help the company in in strengthening its laundry service business and customer base in Hyderabad. NTPC will be in focus. The company has board, like I said, has approved that investment in various projects as well. Telecom companies we will continue to keep an eye out on again today. Remember, yesterday is when they felt this saw this knee-jerk reaction after the Supreme Court rejected the curative petition and the plea from the telecom companies to waive off or provide some relief on the AGR dues. We did see sharp fall in several of the stocks right there, especially led by Vodafone Idea, that dragged by over 16-17% in the intraday session yesterday. Indus Towers also, fell sharply over 10% in yesterday's trade. So you can actually see those stocks will again be in focus yet again. We have several of the brokerage houses also updates coming in, but there is a mixed view that we are getting in as far as the brokerage houses are concerned. If we look at Nomura, Nomura has actually come out with a buy rating on Vodafone Idea, so keep an eye out on that, whereas Citi has lowered the target on Vodafone Idea. So for Citi, the lower target is 17 rupees from 22 rupees as well. In the bear case, they also believe Vodafone Idea can slip to 8 rupees per share. In the bull case, however, they have retained that the stock could actually touch 20 odd levels as well. Nomura, on the other hand, has upgraded Vodafone Idea. They believe worst is behind. They have upgraded the stock to buy. They see recent correction sharply that we have seen with strong industry outlook provides an opportunity to buy from neutral with an unchanged target price of 15 rupees on the share. So we will be keeping an eye out on the telecom story as well. Shell.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, and in this case, as far as Vodafone Idea is concerned, there was a huge block deal. There was this 20,000 crore rupee fundraise that the company did, and all sorts of marquee investors had entered the counter at that point of time. Let us see how delivery statistics pan out and how quarterly statements on the shareholdings come up. Remember, we are already on 20th of September. So the September 30th statement will be out somewhere by October 11th or so. That will be the test case as to how those people who had lined up to buy the counter ahead of this AGR check by the Supreme Court will now do. So for them, it's just nothing. Even if the trade does not work out, they'll book profit. But for a lot of retail investors, there is a pain ahead. Mr. Kiran Jani joins us from Jainam Broking, where he's the head of technical research. Namaste, Kiranji. A very warm welcome to you. How do you see the Bank Nifty and in particular ICICI Bank? I also believe you have a view on the small cap and the mid cap indices as well. But let's start with good news. What is Bank Nifty likely to do, and how is ICICI Bank likely to contribute?
Very good morning, everyone. So, similar commentary what we shared last week also, that Bank Nifty was into the consolidation phase. Bank Nifty was an underperformance also. Now the catch-up rally should happen. And last Friday we suggested to go long on Bank Nifty somewhere around 51,500 to 51,800, and we can expect price target of 52,800 to 53,000. Now that target has been achieved. Number one. Number two, after yesterday's Fed news, we have seen multiple indices has formed negative candlesticks pattern on its all-time high. Already the momentum indicator is showing us some kind of a overboughtness or some kind of a exorbitant rally or a runaway rally. So it is better to stay away from this runaway rally. Keep your tight stop loss. Level wise, if Bank Nifty breaking 53,000 again or 52,800 level, then we can expect some profit booking also. So whatever long position you are holding on banks, you should keep a very strict stop loss of 52,800 as far as Bank Nifty concerned. Coming to the ICICI Bank, ICICI Bank was the first mover into the private bank, and even if we compare about, as you also compared, ICICI Bank, IndusInd Bank, Kotak Bank, HDFC Bank, Axis Bank, ICICI become one of the outperformed candidate within this private sector bank. Even at current market price, you can see on daily price chart it has given a breakout from inverted head and shoulder pattern, or you can also consider cup and handle pattern. So the stocks is in very good bull run or a strong setup. However, risk reward ratio is not favorable. So whoever holding this position, As of now, they can hold this position with a stop loss of 1260. Fresh buying at current level, we are not recommending ICICI Bank.
Okay, got it. Kiran ji, telecom space में what will you be looking at today after yesterday's drubbing in some of the stocks yesterday? Do you think there will be a comeback? Will you be looking at some of the stocks right there from Vodafone Idea, Indus Towers, Bharti Airtel, Bharti Hexacom? Are you going to be positioning anywhere today?
So overall, if we discuss about the telecom one, Bharti Airtel looks one of the best candidate to enter into the space. No doubt, Vodafone Idea has a tailwind about its corporate actions and corporate news. However, yesterday we have seen that Vodafone Idea has broken down its important support also. So as of now, it is not on our radar. If anyone would like to enter or play telecom sector, then Bharti Airtel is the only stock left out as of now, as far as our we concerned. So Bharti Airtel looks promising even at current market price. No doubt the momentum indicator into the bullish overbought zone. So wait for any dips towards 1600. That would be the best level to enter into the Bharti again. So buy at 1600, 1610. Keep a strict stop loss below 1600, and we can expect price target of 1800 in upcoming time. So Bharti looks promising even at current market price.
Okay, Kiranji, your thoughts on this potential sector rotation of money slipping out of mid caps and small cap indices and moving into private banks. What are the charts of the small cap and the mid cap index telling you? We have the daily chart there, and I'd just like to present this data before Kiranji makes a comment. In the last 1 year, both these indices have gone up by 50%. You see the small cap index on September 20th last year was at 12,560. It is now around 18,885, and the mid cap index on September 20th, 2023 was 40,130. We have a close of above 58,000 now. So 50% appreciation in 252 trading sessions. What are the charts telling you now, sir?
I believe it's a very good question, and I try to share my own observation on Nifty mid cap and small cap. However, let's discuss about the daily chart as you fired also. If you look at Nifty mid cap 100 and small cap 100 chart, the small cap Nifty 100 charts form double bottom pattern on daily time frame with negative divergence. Number one. Number two, Nifty mid cap 100 chart form rising trend line with again a negative divergence. So both indices has developed a negative pattern on the top. Now, important level for Nifty mid cap, that is 57,800 or 58,000. As of now, indices is trading at 58,800. So 800 point cushion is there. If Nifty mid cap 100 breaking down its 58,000 support, then we can expect sharp corrections on mid cap for sure. Now coming to the Nifty mid cap 100, however, there is a positive divergences are panning out, but there is no confirmation. Double top breaking down might happen today, but again here also 18,500. As of now, the index is trading at 19,000. If 18,500 is breaking down on Nifty small cap 100, then again here we can expect some profit booking. As you mentioned also, if you look at from COVID to till now, Nifty mid cap and small cap has given a 250 or 300% kind of a return, where Nifty or a large cap has only given 100% kind of a return. So there is a big gap between the small cap and large cap. This is a similar gap has been happened on 2017-18 and 2018, if I correctly remember, Nifty mid cap and small cap on top, they corrected like anything, and from that level we have seen a very good fantastic rally in Nifty large cap. So definitely something is going to happen similar at this time also. So we are already advising our client and our associate that book profit on mid cap and small cap, and you can invest into the large cap company. As you mentioned about the private bank, we are definitely liking. Last week we discussed about HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank from 1640 to 1700 already moved. We discussed about HUL from 2700 to 2900 already moved. So this kind of a quality stock you can definitely bet. As of now, we are at that juncture that return on capital is not important. Return of capital is more important. Look at for the margin of safety. So we are recommending blue chip company like HDFC Bank, HUL, or even a Kotak Bank. You can look forward that.
ये got it. किरण जी, ये बताइए कि how would you really look at the banking stocks, especially the private banks? All eyes are on Nifty Bank, and how soon can it hit the record high levels? And therefore, all eyes are on the large private sector banks as well. Where do you think the momentum can continue, and can one even buy some of these stocks today?
Yeah, so we have a preferred stock, three private bank we are preferring. One is the HDFC Bank, as we discussed already. It is a rounding bottom pattern breakout or a consolidation pattern breakout. HDFC Bank is trading into the gap resistance which has been created earlier. Looking at current market price, we can expect some good amount of rally should come in HDFC Bank. So margin is safety is already there. 1700 is the closing price. Any dips towards 1680, 1690 is the great level to enter. Keep a very strict stop loss below 1670, and we can expect price target of 1750, 1760 in upcoming time. Another large private bank which we are liking, that is IndusInd Bank. If you look at the IndusInd Bank, January 2024 stock were trading somewhere around 1700. From 1700, stock made a low of 1300, and from 1300, it started trading into the rising trend line, rising channel. Already stock has giving a breakout from its inverted head and shoulder pattern. Yesterday, almost after 3 months, stock is closing above its 200 days moving average also. So the chart patterns look very much promising. At current market price, one can go long on IndusInd Bank also. Keep a strict stop loss below 1450, and we can expect price target of 1550, 1560 in upcoming time. Another stock which we are liking in private bank, that is Kotak Bank. So even on Kotak Bank, you can see a big corrections and even a consolidation is going on. At current market price, we are seeing that Kotak Bank is giving a breakout from rounding bottom pattern, or you can consider a long inverted head and shoulder pattern is getting breakout. 1817, 1850, it's traditional support. This is the fourth or fifth time it is testing this support. Now, if stock price is sustaining about 1850 level, then a good amount of rally should happen on Kotak Bank also. So here you can also go long for a long-term perspective. Kotak Bank at current market price, keep a strict stop loss below 1800, and we can expect price target of 2000.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's before there are 2 minutes left to pre-open, and I'd like to get Kiranji's medium-term view on NTPC. Kiranji, the subsidiary NTPC Green has filed for a DRHP, and a 10,000 crore rupee IPO is in the offing. What are the medium-term charts of NTPC telling you? This is a move which will be repeated on many PSU energy companies such as SGVN and NHPC also, but first NTPC.
Sir, if you remember, generally this kind of a good news come when stock it has its peak or all-time high. Now look at the NTPC monthly chart. If you look at the NTPC monthly chart, it has given a breakout of 15 years or maybe 14 years at 200 level. From 200 to stock become 430, 440. It's almost 100% kind of a return in just a 1 year. So stock has given a far better return. There are a chance that the stocks can go into the time correction zone. No doubt this IPO or any kind of a fundraising news is a positive news. So any dips towards 400, definitely it's a good buy. But keep a very strict stop loss of 380 or a 370. If those prices taken out, then we can expect some more price correction or a time correction. So as of now, aggressive bet can be taken with a strict stop loss of 380.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we start Friday on front foot. Remember, the GIFT Nifty is pointing at a 40-point uptick that will take the Nifty beyond 25,450, which is an immediate resistance as far as call writing is concerned. We have the number in front of you, 162 points higher. I wish I could close the market now and Sakshi and I could take a day off, but such is not the truth. TCS 111 points higher, 44.10. This will settle for the better. Now look at the rally in HDFC Bank, 12 rupees higher, 1720. How about ICICI Bank at the moment, 6 rupees lower, 1286. Kotak is flat, 1871. I'm looking in particular at banks only. Okay. Now what else is moving? A 50 rupee uptick on Bajaj Finance, 7640. Tata Motors is 3 rupees higher, 970. L&T is flat. What are the stocks that are pulling the Nifty lower? A 13 rupee downtick on Reliance Industries, 29.26. The Nifty is now in sync with what the gift Nifty was suggesting, about 50 points higher. Okay, ICICI Bank is 4 rupees lower, Axis Bank is 7 rupees lower, and Hindustan Unilever is 21 rupees lower. Probably the Nifty will settle flat in pre-open. Let's very quickly take a detour into the NSE 500. A 20% uptick, ladies and gentlemen, on IIFL Finance. The RBI has now given permission for this company to resume its gold loan portfolio, which had more than halved in the last 6 months. In March, the central bank had put in a restriction on IIFL Finance, now about 10% higher. Okay, it's pharma and pharma all the way. Mankind Pharma 3% higher, 2500. Dr. Lal Path 1.7% higher, 3330. Kaplan Point 1.6% higher, 1950. What else is buzzing in the green? I don't see any sensible names in the NSE 500 that I can share with you. Okay, NTPC flat, Emphasis 2.4% higher. Remember, they've set up an M&A team to look at potential companies that they can acquire. Suntech Realty and Lodha Developers, these are two very large and very well-known Mumbai-based real estate plays. 3.5% higher on Suntech, and Lodha at 1336 is 2.5% higher. Phoenix Mills, ladies and gentlemen, you have to look at this company. This is a 1:1 bonus adjustment. The stock has halved at 1818, still 3% higher. And Sakshi has some news that they have won 2 plots in Chandigarh and Mohali. We'll keep an eye out on this one. A very quick one on FNO stocks. Federal Bank, JSW Steel, Exide and Hero Motors are in the green. This is how the market has opened. 71 points higher, 21,486 is now with the bulls. Kiranji, a very quick view that you would have on Hindustan Unilever at the moment.
So Hindustan Unilever, as we discussed in opening commentary, also looks very promising. As of now, it is in consolidation zone. However, any dips towards 2900 or 2890, it's a accumulation zone. And keep a very strict stop loss of its 20 days moving average, which is 2840 or 2850. So keep a strict stop loss of 2850. Go long on any dip, and we can expect price target of 3000 plus.
Let's also look at some other stocks within the pharma pack now. I'm looking at Mankind Pharma. Remember, there's a positive report by Investec on Mankind Pharma, which has initiated coverage with a buy rating and a 3300 kind of a target price. The company's vision to be an innovation-driven and differentiation-focused company with high entry barriers products as well has found a match, and therefore they believe the company has a strong India presence and the network would further spur significant uptick in BSV's India sales as well. And therefore this is something that they are looking at. Let's also look at some other stocks. Telecom space back in focus, and then let's also look at some other stocks that Shail is pointing out, Tejas and Valiant Communications. We are also looking at several EMS related stocks, HFCL for telecom equipment as well. These are the stocks that are showing us some upticks in today's trading sessions. Tejas Networks at 1243, about 0.5% high in trade. Again, similar move on HFCL as well. Let's also look at some of the other EMS majors like Dixon and Amber. These are the other stocks which are related to the same sector too. In the ancillary space particularly, 1% higher for Dixon Tech, and Amber Enterprises also up in trade as well. I think we also have Mr. Ratnesh Goyal now joining in. So let me just quickly have him on board to talk about the entire telecom ancillary space. Ratnesh ji, warm welcome to you. Thank you so much for joining in. Viewers, he is the senior technical analyst, research analyst at Arihant Capital Markets. Ratnesh ji, tell me, how will you look at the telecom story unfold today, the major players as well as the ancillaries?
Good morning to everyone and to all the viewers. Well, definitely that in the telecom, definitely I will not touch the idea because of the news outgoing in the structure is not good. So, but definitely the stock which is outperforming like the Bharti or something like you mentioned the name HFCL. HFCL is also good stock. It could be a good pick because it will continue making the high formation in the mid cap stock. So definitely HFCL could be a good pick with the stop loss. Definitely still the risk reward is in the favor. So keep the stop loss around the 141. We can see the target around the 170 to 185.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this telecom theme, Sakshi, what I meant to say was, given the most recent turn of events in the Middle East, where telecom equipment made by a different country and a different geography altogether has been compromised and used, how should I say, in the most negative of manner, you will see a lot of countries now becoming insular and start making this equipment on their own. Now, over the last 3-4 years, we've seen this Atmanirbhar theme working very well in India, and the government has rolled out PLI schemes for many sectors. I believe that in the medium term, you will see a new trend starting on all these players. Tejas Networks, Valiant Communications, something which we've never discussed on this show, HFCL, companies like PG Electroplast, which have now split 5:1. The number is about 640 on PG. EPAC, Dixon Technologies, and Amber Equipment. All these companies are in the process or they already make this hardware in India. All phone companies which supply to Apple in India, Vistrion, some other names that I can think of, Optimus Infracom, all these companies will now have a new trend starting simply because of this very, very sad but how should I say, an eye-opening development that has happened in the Middle East, and this is a reason why you will see now a lot of this equipment being produced locally to avoid this kind of a mishap. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nifty settled 110 points higher. 25,500 is back with the bulls, and let us see what are the contributory stocks that have started this. Nifty Bank, Sakshi, we will have a record high today, 200 points higher in the pre-open, 53,235. And of course, one very good news is that on Friday, all 10 index heavyweights, Sakshi, are now in the green. So it's going to be a nice lively day on Dalal Street. Let's get Ritnesh ji's opinion on Axis Bank. 1.3% higher, Ritnesh ji, 1244. What are the charts of Axis Bank telling you?
The all private bank is definitely performing well and outperforming. Definitely the Axis Bank is still nothing wrong in the chart where some consolidation is going on. So still, I believe that still there is a buying opportunity in the risk reward ratio favor. One should keep the stop loss around the 1200 rupees. I can see the target once it start trading above the 1250. We can see the target 1300 level.
Are shining bright in the pre-opening space. You can see almost a 0.9% uptick for the metals. Hindalco, Tata Steel, Power Grid, NTPC. These are the stocks that are buzzing in the top movers list as far as the Nifty movers are concerned. Let's also look at which are the other winners from the metals pack. So it's Jindal Steel and Power, NMDC, Nalco, Hindustan Copper, Steel Authority. All of them could be looking at a higher move. Let's get Kiran into the conversation. Kiran, metal space for you. Does this attract your attention?
Yes, 100% in metal sector. Our most favorite stock is JSW Steel. If you look at the JSW Steel, stock price is giving a breakout from ascending triangle pattern. Yesterday also we have seen prices that retested its 20 days moving average and previous breakout also. However, during that corrections, volumes are drying. So it is definitely a good buy at current market price. 948, 950 is the current market price. Keep a strict stop loss below 930 and we can expect price target as of now 990 or 1000 rupees. So definitely JSW Steel looks very promising at current market price.
Okay, got it. So that's the metal space. All the sectors are seeming to be opening higher in trade. So that's a bit of positive. Metals, realty, and even the small caps could be opening higher, recovering from yesterday's sharp losses, 0.6% odd or so. PSU banks, IT, FMCG. Let's get in Ratnesh into the conversation. Ratnesh ji, mid and small caps, they really were battered yesterday. Do you think there is some recovery in sight for these spaces, or should one absolutely stay away from this space right now?
No, I don't think so. Absolutely side away from this space because I believe that still the steam left and selected. Maybe not all the stocks, but selected stocks will definitely will perform. I don't think so. Anyone should the panic in this fall. Just keep and sit the calm and maybe the choose the some good quality stocks in this space, and definitely we will see the some performance once again from the mid cap and small cap stocks.
Okay, got it. It seems like metals, realty, small caps, PSU banks, IT, FMCG could also be the flavor as of today. 25,525 is, think that's where the Nifty has settled, 110 and a points higher in trade share.
Right. We'll also focus on the auto stocks. This is a theme that is running very well across the market because of rate cuts that are impending in India and of course the festive season. Kiranji, this is a question for you. Hero Motors fresh high. So far in the month, it's up 11% on FNO. 6,048, again record high. What are the charts of Hero Motors telling you?
So looking at daily price chart, Hero Motor Corp is giving a breakout from his rounding bottom pattern. Stock price has retested his 50, 100 and 20 days moving average, and from that level, I mean from 5,000 to 6,000, stock price is steadily trading into the rising channel, and the fresh breakout came somewhere around 5,800. So definitely this rally can go further. But as of now, this Pitru Paksh is going on for this 15 days. So possibly prices can retest its support somewhere around 57, 5,800. That is a good level to enter. So at current market price, we are not supposed to buy, but any dips toward at least 5,900 would be the great opportunity to enter. Keep a strict stop loss below 5,700, and looking at this price consolidation, we can expect price target of 64, 6,500 in upcoming time.
Okay, Ratnesh ji, would you have a favorite stock in the auto space where charts show strength in the medium term, maybe over the next 6 months? What are the charts telling you here?
Well, all the we have seen very good rally in all the stocks, especially in auto stocks, outperforming. But maybe I believe that still there is some steam left in this sector. So I will go with with the Maruti, because Maruti is a consolidation and it is near to the 200 line on the daily chart. So I believe now Maruti will. Can participate in this rally also. So and the risk reward issues also favor in this counter. So keep the stop loss around 12,100 rupees. Once we start trading, first target in the very near term 12,600, and then after that we can see the target 13,000.
Okay, we are just 30 seconds away from the markets to open. Kiranji, which is the sector that you believe can outperform today?
Private bank and metal sector looks promising. As we discuss about IndusInd Bank and JSW Steel, one more stock I would like to highlight, that is Hindustan Zinc. If you look at the silver price that is at verge of breakout, and behind this silver, Hindustan Zinc can be the good stock to accumulate at current market price. This is a fundamental tailwinds. Another, if you look at the Hindustan Zinc daily price chart, stock price is retesting its earlier breakout also, which is somewhere around 495 or something. So at current market price, you can go long on Hindustan Zinc, keep a strict stop loss of 480, and we can expect price target of 525, 530 in upcoming time.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's up and away. 100-point uptick on the Nifty, 25,536 for you. Look at the Nifty Bank, a 234-point uptick, 53,270 for you, driven primarily by, surprise, HDFC Bank. It's 5% higher, 1718. This one will cool down, I'm pretty sure, on this one. But let's look at how prices are now moving in the cash market. Okay, SBI, again banks all the way. 793, 3.7 rupees higher on SBI. HDFC Bank 6 rupees higher, 1715. You have Axis Bank 3 rupees higher, 1245.3. Kotak 1.4% higher, and ICICI Bank 2.9 rupees higher. So first and foremost, 9 out of 10 super index heavyweights are in the green. Only Tata Motors is slipping about a percent lower at 959. This is a good beginning as far as prices are concerned. News led. IIFL Finance Limited, ladies and gentlemen, 9% higher, 544. RBI allows the company to now restart its gold loan portfolio. Okay, what else is buzzing? Let's look at the top gainers list, and you have rights from the railway pack 5% higher, 359. Phoenix Mills 2.5% higher, 1817. This is a bonus that has come into effect. The stock has halved given the 1:1 bonus that the company offered. This is a stock to actually look forward to as far as the aspirational India is concerned. Balrampur Chini 3% higher, Jindal Steel and Power 3% higher, JSW Steel 3% higher. So it's also a metals day as far as prices are concerned. We track 19 indices for you. All 19 are in the green, 700 shares in the green, 360 in the red, and the rally is led by the Nifty Metal Index 1.7% higher. How about mid cap? The Nifty Mid Cap 100 is 50 points higher, 0.5% higher, and the small cap index is 0.7% higher. So it's going good as far as the markets are concerned. Kiranji, what looks good in the initial trade to you?
So as of now, looking at current status of market, definitely PSU Bank and other, as we discuss about the metal space. Apart from that, you can also look at the FMCG pace or a consumer durable pace, where we are getting some good amount of rallies happening. So HUL we already discussed. Another stock which we are like to highlight, that is ITC. So ITC is also consolidating somewhere around 500 level. It is not breaking that level. So any dips toward 500 is again a very good buy. 20 days moving average is creating a very good support at current market price also. So you can go long at current market price, keep a very strict stop loss below 500, and we can expect a very good rally in upcoming time. Another sector which we are liking is IT. And in IT mid cap, you can consider Coforge, Emphasis, and Persistent. If after yesterday's Nasdaq rally, we can see some recovery on our IT sector also. So for that, you can play around somewhere around Coforge, Persistent, and Emphasis. So keep an eye on those stocks also.
Okay, got it. So metals and the realty are definitely into thick action. Let's look at Vodafone Idea. Some respite, some green, 0.7% higher in trade at 10.42, but we'll have to see how it really pans out. Let's also pull up to see Indus Towers, how that one is also moving in trade, to see how the telecom story will continue for the second day after the Supreme Court decision on the AGR dues. Just flat at this point in time with a positive bias, 389. Let's pull up Bharti Airtel, Bharti Hexacom as well, which we've been tracking even in the pre-open trade. So let's see how that one is open. Both our guests have actually talked about Bharti Airtel too, about a 0.5% higher in trade right now. Let's look at the FNO space. JSW Steel is the top mover. You also have Balrampur Chini Mills. That's up beyond the metals pack as well. Ratnesh ji, Balrampur Chini, how do you see the charts?
Well, as I as always mentioned that I am not a big fan of the sugar, but it's some because this is the only one demo. But definitely the Balrampur Chini is a little bit still good, but little bit stretch on the chart. So if someone holding from the lower level, keep the stop loss 570. The once it crossed 6.5620, we can see the target 650, 660. So keep the stop loss around the 570.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 9:20 is upon us. Let's at this point of time look at stocks that are creating volume bursts. This is for you, Kiranji. IIFL Finance 9% higher, I understand it's a gap up, but we will take a medium term view for the charts from you. Remember, RBI has given permission to restart loans as far as IIFL Finance is concerned on its gold portfolio business. What are the charts telling you?
So looking at IIFL Finance daily price chart, stock was down and out, but from somewhere around 300 level, stock prices started giving a rising trend line support, and stock price is steadily giving a very good return from 300 level to 500 level. After long time, stock price has crossed its 200 days the moving average just 2-3 days back, and from that level we can see the stock price is continuously moving on higher level. So at current market price, stock price is giving a breakout from its rounding bottom pattern. On bigger time frame, it is giving a breakout from cup and handle pattern also. So a bit risky, but definitely we can go long at any correction somewhere around 520, 500 level. Keep a strict stop loss below 470, 480, and we can expect price target of 600 in small time. So by the way, I just wanted to give you one update. Last week we discussed Orissa Mineral somewhere around 8,800 and 8,200 level. Today the stock price is somewhere around 9,000. So just an update.
Perfect. What a wonderful pick that you've marked. OMDC, ladies and gentlemen, very few people know about this counter. The Orissa Mine Development Corporation, a government of Odisha entity that has done phenomenally well as far as the mining space is concerned. This is a deep value stock for all those investors who have the ability to buy and forget, but probably this is not a good entry point. If you see a correction, then possibly you may want to consult your financial advisor and take a position for the long term in OMDC. Stocks on a new high. Asahi India, this is for the first time I'm seeing this counter. It makes windscreens, Sakshi, for Maruti and many other players. 4% higher, 737. You've marked JSW Steel. This is the top traded counter, 3.4% higher. MFSL, ICICI Bank, Voltas, and surprise, it's a Friday. Bikaji Foods at a record high, 922. Sakshi.
Okay, some red on consumer durables, but the rest of the spaces are still buoyant. Metals Realty definitely in the thick trade, 1.5% high in trade for both these indices. PSU Banks is now moving up. Let's get Ratnesh to talk about the PSU banking story. I think Shail marked SBI as well. Apart from this, Can Bank, Bank of Baroda, Union Bank are finding some strength return. Ratnesh, within the PSU banking story, would you look at anyone?
No, in the particular banking stock, as I mentioned in the early morning, like private bank, we should go with the private bank, like the Axis Bank or ICICI Bank, because the PSU Bank is still not showing any kind of the strength and the the underperforming in the particular banking sector. But maybe for the short term view or the some medium term view, if someone want to buy the PSU, I will go with the SBI because it's trading near the 200 moving line. So risk reward ratio will be the favor for the trade short term. So keep the stop loss around the 760. We can see the target around the 820, 850.
Shell marked Bikaji Foods within the next 50 on the Nifty. We are seeing Zomato, Zoom, and it's on the top of the index right now, almost 2% higher, 284. So it's Friday fever catching up soon. A lot of order flows that could be coming in. Kiran ji, Zomato order kare kya?
So looking at Zomato, there is because of Swiggy IPO, DRSP is filed. Look at the Swiggy at current market price and look at the Zomato. So because of that, we are seeing both the stock price, even in pre-IPO, we are getting so many inquiries about the Swiggy also. So considering this, both stocks are running at very good level. Zomato considering at daily price at giving a breakout from his cup and handle pattern. So one can take an aggressive bet with the stop loss of 270. If stock price is not breaking 270, we can expect price target of 330, 325 definitely.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 9:25. The first 10 minutes have lapsed. The Nifty is holding fort, a bit of profit booking. The battle now shifts to 25,500. We should see a record close this week, and that is all that matters as far as weekly technical charts are concerned. There is a slip up happening on Nifty Bank, now just 44 points higher, 53,073. It's okay. Let us see how this pans out. In this week alone, Nifty Bank has appreciated 2.7%, and that itself is an indication on a weekly chart that better things are expected coming next week. Bajaj Housing, we should mark that this week was a stunning debut. 162.7, still 1.6% higher. But gaining strength is IIFL Finance, ladies and gentlemen. Now 10.4% higher, 548. It's the top traded counter, 730 crores. And you have a move coming into GET&D, Transmission and Distribution. GE, this is the parent selling about 11 percentage point stake to domestic players. Let us see how this comes out. Sakshi's marked Zomato, and I'll mark CDSL. Kiranji, this is for you. 1562, 3.4% higher. The entire AMC broker space back in action. BSC at a kissing distance of 4,000, and CDSL. What are the charts of CDSL telling you?
So BSC, MCX and CDSL, all three stocks are doing very good. Also AMC and brokerage stocks are also doing good. But coming to the CDSL, definitely the stock price into the steady rising trend. At current market price, stock price is also giving a breakout from a small rounding bottom pattern, which is the bullish pattern. So one can go long, keep a strict stop loss below 1500. If 1500 level is not breaking down, then we can expect price target of 1700, 1750 in upcoming time. So definitely CDSL can be a good candidate.
Okay. Let's also look at some other pockets as well, which are maybe showing us some traction. Ratnesh ji, Adani stocks for you. Do you think some of them will have some momentum catch up now after a long haul of consolidation has unfolded on the entire space? Stocks like Adani Green are pulling up in trade, and we are also seeing some of the other pocket stocks that are moving within the same space. Adani Power is also up in trade today. So some of the traction that's coming in on some group stocks, how would you look at them?
Well, definitely we have to very selected in this from this pocket because some stocks are still under the pressure and underperforming. So I will go with the, like you mentioned, the first, the Adani Green. So definitely the Adani Green is the one stock which is some kind of base we can see near the very good support level. The consolidation is going on near the 200 moving average line. So maybe once it cross the 2010 level, we can see the target 2200 level in the midterm. So keep the stop loss around the 1950. The risk reward ratio is also in the favor. So the Adani Green is one stock. And apart from that, like the Adani Power, as you mentioned, so maybe the Adani Power is one stock which is, this is also from this pocket the outperforming. So this is after the consolidation, we can see once again the base is going on. So 620 will be the stop loss for the target 710.
Okay, got it. Kiranji, another stock that's buzzing in the Nifty next 50 stocks list is Jio Financial Services, 1.5% higher now for this one. Do you think even now one can continue to accumulate this stock if someone has a long-term view?
Definitely one can go long on Jio Finance at current market price. Reason being, Jio Finance made a high of 400, and from 400 level, stock price was continuously trading into the falling channel, made a low somewhere around 300 price, and from 300 price it started moving into the rising trend line. Now, after a long time, stock price is also crossing its 100 days moving average, developing a rounding bottom pattern, cover handle pattern, breakout is also there. There is a small resistance somewhere around 360. If 360 price taken out, then we can expect again price target of 400. So at current market price, definitely one can go long, add more about 360, keep a strict stop loss of 320, and we can expect price target of 400.
(9:30), ladies and gentlemen, the first 15-minute candle on the index has been made. The battle is now at 25,500. Remember, there will be little risk taking that will happen a day before the weekend, and of course we've had a fantastic up run over the last 10-15 sessions. Markets have been more than generous. People were expecting a 25 basis point rate cut in the US. That's turned out to be 50, and now it's on the Reserve Bank of India at our end to cut interest rates after pausing in April 2023. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just forget every other marker. Just look at what the Nifty has done from April 2023. It will just take me a while to get that number for you. Okay, it was at 17,083 in April 2023 when the Reserve Bank of India said now we will pause rate hikes and wait for a sensible sense to come in. From 17,000, ladies and gentlemen, the index is at 25,000. Now the rate cut cycle will start. Whether it will improve upon this or not, only time will tell. But these are major pivots that happen, and pivots technically and in the long term are turning points for the better or for the worse. Only time will tell. We are in the festive season, so unlikely that things will go from bad to worse. A very quick look at the broader markets. Balrampur Chini adding all that sweetness to the market. And Sakshi, 4 out of the top 10 gainers are metal stocks. JSW Steel 3% higher, NMDC 2.3% higher, Hind Copper 2% higher, Hindalco 1.8% higher, Tata Steel. So this is a broader theme that you've already marked. The metals index is the top gainer. Kiranji, your view on India's second biggest steel producer, JSW Steel, record high here and top traded counter. What is this momentum telling you?
So JSW Steel, as we already discussed, we given a price target of 980, and the stock price is open with the gap only. But at current market price also, one can go along. A classical technical pattern called ascending triangle pattern breakout is there on daily price. So definitely one can go along at current market price. Keep a strict stop loss below 950, and we can expect price target of somewhere around 1020 in upcoming time. So definitely one can go along.
Okay, got it. One more space that's buzzing is the insurance space yet again. Ratnesh ji, would you look at some of the insurance basket stocks? HDFC Life, SBI Life from private bank, private space, LIC. You also have a buzzing about 0.6% higher. You have ICICI Pru, ICICI Lombard also picking up pace. What looks good here?
One is the favorite one is the HDFC Life. HDFC Life is after the recent rally, once again it came to the around a very good support level and the 50-day moving average line. So I believe that 700 is the good support level. So keep the stop loss. This is the good for the fresh entry also. So keep stop loss 700 rupees. We can see the target 740 and then 755. After that one stock is ICICI, the GI, but it's a little bit stage on the chart, but still I believe that still some steam is left for this counter. So we can see the target that 2300 level, keep the stop loss around the 2170.
Okay, got it. That's the view that's coming in on the insurance space. Remember, the IT space has slipped into the red, viewers, now. Some of the pressure point stocks right there are Coforge, L&T Technology Services, LTI Mindtree, Tech Mahindra, even the heavyweights TCS, Infosys, HCL Tech, they are still really under pressure. Kiranji, how are you looking at the IT stocks? They've been extremely volatile this entire week. Sharp dips came in even day before, and the recovery has not been as sharp as of yesterday.
So looking at Nifty IT index, it has given a breakdown from its rising wedge. So definitely it's a negative pattern. But considering last day recovery in Nasdaq, we can definitely expect certain kind of a recovery from our side also. However, the Bank Nifty is outperforming, so there is a correlation also is there. Whenever the Nifty or Bank Nifty is performing, generally we have seen that IT stocks are not performing. So that churning might happen in second phase today or a later part of today. So definitely you can keep an IT stock on your radar. If you feel risk, then you can go ahead with the large cap IT name like an Wipro. So Wipro is trading at its very good support of 20 days and 50 days moving average. So one can go long on Wipro. At current market price, keep a strict stop loss below 510, and if 510 is intact, we can expect price target of 560, 570.
Okay, Sakshi, I think we'll have to relook Zomato. Now the burst that is coming is on very, very high volume, and we've already checked this stock out in the morning, but third day of gains and record high. Already 510 crores has been traded, and this is just the first 15 minutes of trade. Ratnesh ji, long term view Zomato.
Definitely, the Zomato is good for the buying the stock, but not good for the pocket delivery order from the Zomato. But definitely is a good stock. Still the good stream. Still the good stock for the weekend. Still the stream is left. The long term view, if you are asking, so I believe that definitely still the chance to buy the fresh entry. Also, to keep the stop loss around the 250 for the long term, and I can see the target around 350 to 370.
Okay, so you may not want to chase this momentum, ladies and gentlemen, but for those who have this habit of buying and forgetting, probably Zomato is a portfolio stock even at 250 levels if you get it back at that one. Remember, always consult a financial advisor before you step into such counters which have appreciated dramatically. What else is moving that I'd like to mark? I think there is a fresh move in. Okay, we'll avoid this one. It's no point talking about this particular stock. Maybe Godrej Properties. This is a breakout that has happened on a reasonably strong chart. You have 291, 2911. We will leave it, that's not an issue. Okay, let's focus on some other parts of the market where you are now seeing strength in F&O. This is at the moment a very strong view coming onto the entire auto space. We've marked Hero Motors, we've marked Aisha Motors, but I think today is the day that belongs to Kotak Bank. 1885. Normally we haven't checked this stock out for a very, very long while. One of those spaces which has done nothing for 5 years at all. KMG, Kotak is one of your favorites. What are the long-term charts telling you on Kotak? The most recent bounce is from 200 DMA, but at 1884 now we are at a 6-month high.
So looking at Kotak Bank, definitely on daily price chart, stock price is giving a breakout from its inverted head and shoulder pattern. This is the fifth time this inverted head and shoulder pattern is formed, and even a fourth or fifth time the stock price is retesting it 1800, 1900 kind of a zone. So previously, every time stock price, whenever touch this this zone, it goes down only. But as of now, looking at current market price, the inverted head and shoulder pattern is very deep, and we expect a good amount of rally should happen on Kotak Bank. So HDFC Bank, IndusInd Bank, and Kotak Bank, though all these three banks are our preferred choice. So definitely one can go long at Kotak Bank, not at current market price. Then any tips towards 1850, 1870. Keep a strict stop loss below 1800, and we can expect price target of 2000. And we expect this time Kotak can touch 2000.
Okay, thank you Kiranji for being with us on the show and sharing all your thoughts and ideas. We'll have you back very soon on Business Today Television to discuss more such brilliant ideas, and congratulations for Odisha Minerals as well, and thanks a lot for that wonderful pick for all our viewers right there. Ratneshji, let's look at the real estate space. It's further picking up momentum, 1.4% higher now. Within the real estate story, are there any favorites that you have right now? Macro Tech is further zooming ahead, 3.6% higher now. Brigade, Phoenix Mills, DLF, Prestige, all of them are up over 1% each. What looks good to you?
Definitely, all the real estate and all the real estate counter we are seeing the long consolidation is going on. So like the Godrej property or the Shobha or the the Prestige. So Prestige is the one counter which is the one of my favorite counter because it's continue making the high formation and is outperforming in this sector. So Prestige, keep the stop loss around the 1850 for the target 2049.
Okay, got it. So that is the entire real estate buzz that we can be looking to tap at this current moment. Let's again look at what else can we talk about within. Okay, CDSL is something that already Shell has marked, but the entire space seems to be now buzzing with thick action. CAMS is buzzing again, 1.5% higher. Angel One is another one that's also buzzing in trade. And we've also seen the entire space of various brokerage houses stocks actually go up multifold in the last few weeks or so. Ratnesh ji, what looks good within the capital markets broking related spaces?
Well, it's really very difficult for me, but the one stock is the which everyone should. This is the portfolio stock is the Motilal because this is the definitely the one stock which is the outperforming. So Motilal is still look good. So keep the stop loss around the 730. This is for the midterm. So keep the stop loss on 730. We can see the target in midterm around the 860 to 880.
We'll shortly be looking at the rush that is happening on the Apple showroom in Saket Mall. Sakshi, I think none of the investors will be buying the Apple iPhone. I don't know about Ratnesh ji because he sees technical charts. All investors are, they have no cash left. Everything is in the market. अभी कहाँ से Apple iPhone के लिए पैसा आएगा? मेरे ख्याल से रत्नेश जी खरीदेंगे. Ratnesh ji, will you be going to Bandra for the Apple store and buy a new phone?
No, I don't. I will just buy the apple for the eating and not for the phone. So I am happy with my the some other brand. So I will just go buy the apple for the eat. Nothing.
Okay. So we'll shortly take you to a trip in Delhi Saket Mall, and you can see there how the rush is on the first day on the opening of the iPhone 16. Sakshi, should we go there?
I think it is going to be massive crowds, and I'm sure Priya is going to be taking us around right there. So it's going to be absolutely crazy. And I think we do have Priya. Do we have? Okay, Lakshya from Mumbai is there. Remember, the first Apple store in India was opened at the BKC in Mumbai, and afterwards we actually saw the Delhi store opening as well. So Lakshya is joining in right from the BKC Mumbai store, giving us all of those insights as to what is happening at the store right now. Lakshya, good morning to you. I'm sure it's a more exciting morning for you than us back here in the studios. Queues lining up. Apple 16 is launching today and is up for grabs, and this is going to be the first time made in India iPhone 16 that everybody is going to be looking at. What is the excitement there? Tell us. Lakshya, could you hear us? Okay, we'll try and get back to Lakshya in a moment. I think we can't hear him, or he's not able to hear us very well. We'll try and get back to him, but Priya will be also joining in very, very shortly. We'll go back to all of those spaces. Remember, let's look at Redington. That's one stock that we should be looking at on the stock markets as far as the Apple store is concerned and Apple's launch is concerned. This used to be one stock that we used to always check when the Apple launch used to come in. Let's pull up PCR, the Redington stock, and let's see how that one is really looking at right now. Let's pull up Redington as a share and show how that one is moving, because like Shail pointed out, several of the companies have got into manufacturing, but this is one company that was actually into the distribution of it. Let's pull up the stock of Redington to see how that one is trading. Absolutely flat right now, 190.99. But let's get back to Lakshya. I think he's back with us again. Lakshya, if you can hear us, tell us how long are the queues? How long have people been waiting for this made in India Apple iPhone 16?
People have been queuing out here since yesterday afternoon. They have been in queue since 15-20 hours without taking a break, just because they don't want to risk not getting their brand new iPhones. The lines are very, very long. We've been here since 7 a.m. in the morning and the lines have only gotten longer. People are very excited to get their hands on brand new iPhones. In fact, not just iPhones, they also want to buy the new AirPods Max, the new AirPods 4 and the new Apple Watches as well. People are here in groups of 8 to 10 people all over the country. People have traveled from Ahmedabad, people have traveled from Surat, from Bihar, just so that they can get new iPhones. That's how big the excitement level is.
Absolutely. So, Lakshya, do tell us, have you spoken to a few people right there? What are they most excited about today's launch and how different is it from previous years as well? Because, when the launch happened and, when the unveiling really happened, the initial comments came in from various critics saying that not much has really changed from the previous phones. So, why is there still such a big excitement, for this iPhone 16?
Yes, absolutely. I agree that critics were saying that not a lot has changed on these new devices. But then, as we've seen here, and I think as we've seen in Delhi as well, people are still excited to buy new iPhones. I think the reason is just because it's an iPhone. The new changes here are, of course, the camera control button on all 4 models, the action button on the non-pro models, but still people are queuing up. They are here to buy the new iPhones because they want their iPhones to be upgraded. I have spoken to someone who's actually the first person to buy the iPhone here in Mumbai, not just this year, but for 3 years in a row. He has bought the iPhone 16 Pro Max, he bought the iPhone 15 Pro Max and also the iPhone 14 Pro Max, all on the first day of the launch. He's been here since yesterday afternoon. He's camped out here for 20 plus hours without taking a single break. He's excited because it's an iPhone. He upgrades his iPhone every single year.
Wonderful. Oh my God. So that's the kind of excitement that we are seeing. Shail, go ahead.
Yeah, Sakshi, while there might be no change as far as the difference between iPhone 15 and iPhone 16 is concerned, but for the person who's buying the device for the first time, he won't be going for iPhone 15 because that has been sucked out from the inventory. So the guy who's buying it for the first time has no other choice but to go for iPhone 16 at an inflated price, whatever it is selling at. And remember, there are 4 models and successive ones are more expensive. So good luck to Lakshya. And Lakshya, are you buying one for yourself? Are you buying one?
Okay, I guess Lakshya is unable to hear us. Well, okay, we'll leave you at that, Lakshya. Get, all those exciting, views from all the purchasers, the consumers right there. Get us all the sense throughout the course of the day. Tell us on the first day what kind of sales happened, which product really was off the shelf, the maximum. We'll also get your viewers view also from Priya now, who's right there parked at Saket Apple store, to get you a sense of what kind of mood is there in Delhi as well. From Mumbai, we heard there were queues that were lining up from 20 hours ago, which means that the first person who has already bought his first iPhone 16 lined up 20 hours before and camped out there without taking any breaks, and the queues are only getting longer. That is the kind of excitement that you see in Mumbai's BKC store. Let's also get you Priya now. She'll be joining us in a bit to get us a sense of how the Delhi store is also looking at the excitement there at the Saket Mall right there. So there you have it, some visuals already coming onto your screens. There are security people already trying to manage the huge crowds that have already lined up. Thankfully, the weather is decent. People were able to line up. It's not raining that heavily, something that has been a norm in Delhi for the last few days as well. But everybody queuing up, waiting for those gates to open up right in the morning. Already people are inside now, but this is the visual that we are showing you of the previous times, when the gates were about to open, and people are already excited. All the phones are displayed. You look at the excitement. It's mostly the Gen Z buyers that you can see out there who are excited about this newest launch from Apple right there. Shail.
Well, Sakshi, I can't remember this kind of an enthusiasm. I think people should maybe watch out and buy component makers of Apple rather than the phone. Remember, we have always advocated buying assets that appreciate rather than those that depreciate. But be that as it may, अगर Apple का शेयर खरीदने से कुछ stocks में तेजी आती है like Reddington, then that's wonderful. A lot of unlisted suppliers of Apple are in the supplier ecosystem in India. I'm sure over the next 2-3 years they will list as well, and we'll have a great fun on Dalal Street when such an event happens. But Apple, ladies and gentlemen, is or was the largest holding of Berkshire Hathaway, which is owned by Mr. Warren Buffett till about some time ago, and he has over the last 3 months or so, Sakshi sold 50% of his holding worth $120 billion. So one must keep everything in mind, but like I said, there is absolutely no price on happiness. If it makes you happy to buy an Apple phone, please do so. You will be contributing to the economy of the country, and you will also be contributing to Apple, which, by the way, is into many domestic portfolio stocks, in particular Mafang. This is something that we've discussed earlier, and this is an ETF which we started recommending at 32-33 rupees. I think now it's at 96-97. So Apple is a holding there. If you don't think an Apple phone merits your attention, then maybe this ETF is something that you can look at. Sakshi.
Okay, I think Priya is there with us at the Delhi Saket store of Apple to get us all the action right there. Priya, how long have you been waiting to catch a glimpse of the Apple iPhone that has been launched now at the store? And tell us how long are the queues right there. We just spoke to Lakshay from Mumbai, and he told us that people had queued up 20 hours ago, and the queues are only getting longer. What's the scene in Delhi?
Yes, the Delhi crowd is also going crazy because of this iPhone 16 first launch. And we can see that, people have been standing here since 4 a.m. in the morning. They have traveled from different cities and they just want to get their hands on their new phone. We can see now the craze has dialed down a little, but I am pretty sure that Apple has this time, given time slots to everyone so that they don't have to form lines and they can come and get their hands on the new phones. Let's speak to some of the people. This is one of Apple Arcade. This is one of the 2 Apple stores that we have in India. And we can speak to a lot of people who have, already got their hands on. They're really excited and they are waiting for... We spoke to a lot of people who said they are just like hungry and they're like too tired, but they don't want to quit because they really want to buy the phone. Hi sir, which phone are you here to buy?
अभी आए हैं लेने के लिए, अब देखते हैं क्या होता है। हमारा 2:15 का स्लॉट है, अभी नमाज की वजह से जल्दी आए हैं, अब देखते हैं कर देते हैं तो।
कौन सा फोन लेना है सर?
16 Pro।
16 Pro, कौन सा कलर वेरिएंट?
डेजर्ट।
So there are a lot of people, Sakshi, who are standing here and who have, thought of buying iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max. These are the one of the most selling phones here. And we can see long queues of all age groups, honestly. It's not just the youngsters, other people are also here. So, ma'am, which phone are you here to buy?
16 Pro. बेटे के लिए गिफ्ट लेने आई हूँ।
Oh, that's so nice. Which color variant?
White.
White color variant. इतना लाइन में लग के you should have bought it online. आप लाइन में लगे, ऐसा क्यों?
बस क्रेज है, फर्स्ट फोन नहीं आया तो बच्चे को मिलना चाहिए आज। बस।
That's so good. You also use iPhone?
Yes.
What do you like about iPhones?
iPhone के फीचर्स अच्छे हैं, अच्छा लगा बस उसको चलाने में जो है। अब उसके बाद और कोई फोन अच्छा नहीं लगता।
That's nice. That's nice. Hi, ma'am. Which phone are you here to buy?
16 Pro 1 TB.
Yes.
So I can hear all
Yes,
of those
Sakshi.
excitement coming in. People want to buy the iPhones just on the day one. But Priya, right, you rightly said that people can buy it online. In fact, we just got to see that even Big Basket is getting you the iPhone in flat 10 minutes delivery at your home. So you actually can avoid all those queues and be at your home and get that phone delivered at your doorstep just within 10 minutes as well. Shell.
Sakshi, I think we should request Priya to
That
please
they
hand
can't
over
wait
our
for it to
mobile
get
numbers to these two ladies who are gifting these phones to their relatives and their children. They can also gift one to you and me as well, and that will be fun because I have absolutely no money spare, 100% into equities, and like I had pointed out, I'd rather buy Mafang, where Apple is the second biggest holding in the fund, and that's something more sensible because the stock has also corrected.
Absolutely. All right, viewers, we will continue to get you all the excitement from the tech world throughout the course of the day to see, how on the day one, people have been queuing up and buying iPhone 16. Are you also somebody who's been really looking to buy that Apple iPhone 16 into your kitty right on day one? Then do comment on the section, comment in the comments box below as well. But viewers, what we'll do is we'll get back to the markets now and start to wind up the morning edition for you. 3 minutes to wind up the morning edition. 25,580 odd levels for the Nifty. There's a 161 point of a surge on the Nifty right now. It's a 0.6% of an uptick that you can see. And the Nifty Bank is half odd percent higher at 53,320 odd levels as well, as far as the Nifty Bank is also concerned. Let's get you to also see what are the other big movers at this point in time. On the Nifty, you have JSW Steel, you have Coal India that surged, HDFC Life, Tata Steel, Nestle, Hindalco. All of these stocks are actually buzzing, so the metal story is shining bright. Barring the consumer durables, all sectors are holding up in trade right now. Which are the top losers on the Nifty? You have NTPC. Now it's come down about 0.9%. Cipla, Grasim, IndusInd Bank, Tata Motors have been the other top drags. About a half odd percent increase for the PSE index as well. On the F&O space, you have Oracle Financial Software Services that's buzzing 3.8% higher, along with the metal names that's been buzzing as well. But on the downside from the F&O space, you have stocks like Vodafone that are continuing to reel under pressure now, 3% lower in F&O. Samvardhan Motherson, Muthoot Finance, Concord, these are the other stocks that are still lower in trade right here. All right, we'll wrap it up at that, viewers. Thanks a lot for joining in for the morning edition of Market Today, but do stay tuned. There's a lot more action that will be unfolding on your screens as well going forward from here throughout the day. Friday is going to be a fabulous one. Thanks a lot for being with us. IT space, the way it got the drubbing yesterday, 3.5-4% lower on an intraday levels as well. How are you looking at the IT story unfold from here on now that we have the rate cut starting?
Fortunately, I think with the cut in the interest rate, the availability of funds for the corporate would be, I think, far more better at a competitive cost. And that's what is the argument in favor of spending increasing in favor of IT solutions by most of the global majors. There is no choice. I think